Next on Talk Business 360, we welcome America's leading expert on investing in Vanguard mutual funds. Dan Weiner is founder and editor of the Independent Advisor for Vanguard Investors. And for over 22 years, he's helped tens of thousands of Vanguard investors become 128% more profitable than the average Vanguard investor by helping them choose wisely among more than 150 Vanguard mutual funds. He joins us now to let us know not all Vanguard funds are created equal. Dan, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Dan, first of all, let me ask, why Vanguard?
Vanguard is where I've kept a lot of my money and a lot of my family's money for years, and I respect and I appreciate their emphasis on low costs. I think they have, at times, chosen some terrific outside managers to run some of their funds. I also think, by the way, they've chosen some real turkeys.
And what are some of the mistakes investors make when it comes to Vanguard funds?
The Vanguard specifically, the biggest mistake is assuming that index funds are the best options that Vanguard offers. They're not. The low costs that Vanguard offers on its index funds are also offered on its managed funds, which means that the active managers there have a much lighter headwind to fight in trying to outperform their index bogeys.
Now, Dan, tell us, how do you know which funds are the best funds to invest in?
First, I like to say that I don't buy the fund. I buy the manager. I look for long-term investment excellence. I look for consistency in style. And very importantly, I look for managers who have lots and lots of their own money in the funds they run. I think many, if not most, Vanguard fund investors would be surprised at how little money the Vanguard Board of Directors has placed in the funds they oversee and how few of Vanguard's index fund managers actually own shares in the funds they manage.
So what's the top fund you're telling your subscribers to buy right now?
Well, I guess if I had to choose my favorite fund right now, it'd be Dividend Growth, run by Don Kilbride of Wellington Management up in Boston. The fund is run by one manager, not multiple managers. Kilbride keeps the portfolio concentrated in just 50 of his very best ideas. He buys companies with what I call battleship balance sheets, and he's consistently outperformed his benchmark and the market since taking over the fund in February 2006. In fact, he's returned 50% more than the stock market over the past 7 years.
And finally, Dan, where can we get more information or get in touch?
Well, I recently published a report on the best and worst Vanguard funds with my recommendations in it, and you can get a copy of the report at bestfundsworstfunds.com.
Well, this has been very informative. Dan, thanks for joining us today.
Sure thing.
That was Dan Weiner, founder and editor of the Independent Advisor for Vanguard Investors. You can download the report Dan mentioned absolutely free